trying this again. This is the last time we're going to do this. If it doesn't work, then we're going to abandon ship and give this one last go. One last ride. One last attempt. We are 14 minutes into this race. Simon Bishop is now down to third after an audacious start. And Tyler Lanzell is up into second in this race. Grant Scarr and Matt Simmons are having it out now. Matt Simmons trying to get his way back up the order as well. There's Simon Bishop, here he is. So he's chasing after Tyler Lanzell, who's 3 seconds up the road. Apparently this room is in excellent condition. We're going to hope it stays that way. Just, I know I'm very quiet at this point, but I'm just trying to make sure that we are good. For now, we are running. We're up and running. So, this is excellent condition. Let's hope it stays that way. Here's Simon Bishop. Oh, that is Grant Scarr on the wall! That's Grant Scarr on the wall. That is huge contact. Not sure what's happened there, if he's been helped or what, but that was massive contact with the wall. Thank you, Greenie. Says it's looking good. It's all going on. It's all kicking off. I tuned out at just the wrong time. And he's now down in 11th. So the guy that was in third earlier in this race not too long ago is now down in 11th. And it's all kicking off. Takax is now 12th. Matt Sinclair 4th. Let's check in. Sail Levick with Liam Tame looking to the outside onto the front stretch. Here we go. These guys are going to have a bit of a drag race now down the front straight. Who's going to look to make a move into turn 1? It says that we've got a warning, so the pit rate's a bit low, but hopefully we're good. Hopefully we're okay. Brakes that way. Deep on the brakes is Liam Tame, trying to pull that car up. He's done a great job to make that move, and Griffin looks like he's going to try and fall victim to Janetti looks like he's going to try and make Griffin a victim, I should say, to try and get past him. Griffin, here he is, moving all over the place at the moment, trying to create some room. Let me know how it sounds as well, Greenie, if you're still watching. Let me know if the audio balance is good. Here we go, Janetti looks to the inside, not quite deep enough this time, not quite close enough to make the most of that time around. Oh, and that's Griffin though, backwards as well. I looked away for 2 seconds to look at my chat, and he went backwards, so I think that must have been an incident with Janetti, so that'll have to keep rolling on. Cameron Fleming leads the way from Tyler Lanzell, who's doing a great job so far to be second place. He had a great start, qualified 5th, and wasn't quite up to good for these cars on Friday. He was a little bit hard on himself, I would think. And now he's got Simon Bishop not too far behind him, who is absolutely rapid. So we'll see how this battle unfolds. It is a healthy gap from Tyler back to Matt Simmons. So hopefully this will be a nice little battle, but you don't want to battle for too long because you've got to be conscious Matt Simmons is on his way through the field as well at the moment. So we're holding on at this stage. The screen is working, and Tyler Lanzell, Simon Bishop are going to go side by side down the front straight. Bishop's going to have to look for a deep lunge here up the inside into turn 1, and he's already got the move down. I think Tyler's just sort of backed out there to give him the room, and that's very respectful between the two of them to make sure that that move is done cleanly. And now Tyler can continue on his way, and fast charging Matt Simmons isn't too far behind. This is still a great drive so far for Tyler Lanzell. He's doing a great job. Halfway point of race 1 now. We missed a fair bit of action due to our internet problems. We've got Liam Tame looking up the back fender of Sail Levick. trying to make roads back up the field as well. We're all having a good time. So far, so good. Making sure that our stream is going up, which is good. Got a couple people watching at the moment. Thank you for tuning in. We do really appreciate it. Hopefully it's good. Oh, there's some action in the background. I'm looking at my stream, my replay, and I've missed some stuff, obviously, going on in the background. I'm not entirely sure what that was. Voice volume up about 10%. Righto, I can put my voice volume up about 10%. There we go. Hopefully that's a bit better. Hopefully you can hear me a little bit better now. I'm trying to keep the microphone not too close. Oh, massive tags over for Griffin. He's going to spin and make head-on contact with the wall. That was an ugly moment for Griffin there. Trying to carry speed and use all the curbs, and these cars get very unsettled, especially on the curbs. They do not like the curbs at all, so he will continue on now, and it's been a bit of a difficult race for Griffin. There's been a few horror stories. Grant Scar back up to 7th place, which is excellent. Simon Bishop 2nd, Tyler Lanzell still with a fair 3.8 second gap to Matt Simmons, so he'll hope that he can hold on to that as this race continues. And he's not really letting Simon Bishop go either. Simon Bishop caught up to the back of Lanzell pretty quickly, but hasn't really pulled away too much from that of Lanzell, which is good. So thank you to people watching. Let me know how the chat sounds, how it sounds. Rogers in the lane, Levick in the lane, possibly for damage repair, so that must be connected to the incident that happened at Lesmo earlier. Team 6th place at the moment, with Grant Scar not too far behind. So a few names up and down the field getting into a couple bingles today already. This is Matt Sinclair in 5th place at the moment. And hello to you too, Wayne. We wish you could be racing with us, mate. Hopefully we can see you on track soon. We love it. We'd love to see you on track. Trying to get up the results from the most previous rounds of racing that we had. So we're just going to have a quick look at those results, if it will let me. Here we go. So Matt Sinclair, let's talk about Matt Sinclair, because this guy is properly quick. And look, he had a bit of a difficult round, so 12th in race 1. Actually, I can just do this, can't I? I can go and find him. So he currently sits 12th in the standings. He had a 12th, 13th, and 12th at Brands Hatch, so 3 races. Finished outside the top 10 in all 3 races, but he's up into the top 5 today, which is an excellent job. He's done a brilliant job to set himself up well for this first race here at Monza, and hopefully continue that trend throughout the evening. We've got a couple cars still in the lane. Levick down the order, he's a lap down. Donetti is still in the lane. Hopefully Donetti's okay. Matt Simmons chasing down Tyler Lanzell in 4th. 2.2 seconds now is the gap to Tyler Lanzell, and we're going to follow that pretty closely, because I feel like this is going to continue to converge as this race goes on. So we're going to keep a very close eye on this, as we have just over 5 minutes to go in this race now. A couple of quick volume adjustments. Bring the cars down just a little bit. Hopefully that's a little bit better in the audio mix. Hello Xylon, thank you mates. Great to have you tuning in. Pleasure for you to be here now. The number 51 of Donetti is going to cause a couple issues here, because he's currently a yellow flag. And that means that along that front straight before the start-finish line, a yellow flag is waving, which means if you try to go side-by-side with someone, you make an overtake, you're going to be penalised. So that's going to make it tricky for cars to overtake. So unless someone can get a message to Donetti to return to garage properly so that he's not sitting as a yellow flag, but we'll have to see if we can get a message to him. But at the moment, this gap between Lansell and Simmons has come down to 1.6 seconds. 1.5 now. So this gap is closing, but so are the minutes till the end of this race. So we're going to have to keep a very close eye on this. I'm just trying to see what other on-track battles we have going on at the moment. Not too many. Zanetti, there we go. He has gone back to the lane properly and has cleared that yellow flag. So thank you, Matthew, for that. We appreciate it. Makes it easier for the guys racing to make sure that they get, what am I trying to say? Makes it so that they can overtake on the front straight if need be. Just trying to look, as I was saying, for some close battles on track. Currently, not a lot. There is a battle for the lead that's going to be happening soon as well. So we're going to have to go back and forth between the battle for first and the battle for third, because it's all starting to kick off now. Fleming and Bishop not too far. And the gap's not too far between these two cars. And you are right, Zola. No matter what game it is, Simmons is a gun. He is quick in everything. Half a second is that gap now. 0.6 seconds is this gap now. I'm so glad these guys are next to each other because I can just flick back and forth. It makes it so much easier. 0.4. Fleming and Bishop. This is close between these two with only just under 3 minutes remaining. This one's going to go down to the wire, I would assume. Let's check in with... Oh, I can flick the Woody to Simmons as well. This is great. It's very rare that ACC sort of lines up with what you want it to show you. But this time it is, which is really good to see. So, Lansell is got 0.4. 0.3 of a second is the gap between Bishop and Fleming at the moment. And it's only going to get closer as this race progresses. You can see how aggressive they are across the curbs. Here is Lansell and Simmons, how aggressive are they across the curbs. You can see Simmons pushing that car, trying to get close to the back of Lansell to size up a move. And a little bit of a moment for Lansell coming through Lesmo 1. Simmons is all over the back of him here. He's going to try and make this stick. No, he doesn't show the nose up the inside of Lesmo 2, but it's a compromised exit for Lansell, which means that Simmons is going to get the ideal run down the back straight towards Ascari. So here we go. This is where he can make his move if he's smart about this, Simmons. Lansell blocks the middle line on the track, which means that Simmons is not able to find a way past. Lansell's going to have to get a good run off here to protect himself down into the Parabolica. Looking at Fleming and Bishop. These guys are close now as well. It's all going on, and I can't be in two places at once. This battle is lighting up. The battle behind us is lighting up. Simmons has a look to the outside into the Parabolica. He's going to try and hold it around the outside. What's going on here? It's side by side down the front straight. The leader's on the final lap. This is all going on. This is their last chance to make it stick. What is going on behind? We'll have a look in just a second as we enter the braking zone. For turn one, is Fleming going to hold on? Yes, he is. Bishop's not quite close enough this time. Simmons and Lansell are side by side. Lansell has the inside line. They make slight contact. Slight side-to-side contact, and Lansell holds on for now. Simmons will have to settle in behind. There was a little bit of side-to-side rubbing there between the two of them, but hopefully all in good respect. Fleming is trying to hold on from Bishop at this stage. Through the chicane we go. Oh, compromise exit for Fleming. That's going to open the door for Bishop. Yes, it is. Bishop takes the lead of the race, and Fleming just ran wide at the exit of that chicane, at the exit of turn 5, and just a slightly, I believe it's turn 5, just a slightly compromised exit, which means that he will drop back to second. Oh, they're all within like a couple of button presses of each other, which is really good. So Bishop leads the way. Fleming in second, Lansell in third, and I don't think Matt Simmons is going to get close enough again to make this stick unless he can get a really, really good run through this section, through the Scari. Is he going to get a nice run out of here? He does get a nice run. Is he going to be close enough to make something happen? Oh, I think he might be. Bishop's going to come across the line. Tyler goes very defensive into the final corner. Bishop's going to come across the line. Where is he to win this race? Well done to Simon Bishop. Cameron Fleming finishes second, and Tyler Lanzell is going to hold on to finish third over Matt Simmons in race 1 of the Porsches here tonight. We've still got 2 races to come. But that is some brilliant racing between the top 4. Absolutely brilliant. Mark Sinclair is going to hold on to finish 5th in a brilliant comeback after a difficult Brands Hatch. And Liam Tame is going to come home for 6th. Grant Scarr as well. Shout out to him coming home for 7th. And James Dalton is going to come home for 8th in his first appearance in the Porsches as well. So great drive from these guys. George Cax looks like he's going to come home 9th. All things going well. So what a great race that was, especially from those front 4. That was absolutely brilliant to watch, and I hope you all enjoyed watching that at home. We've got 10 viewers at the moment. Welcome to everyone who's watching. Welcome. Thank you for tuning in to check out some awesome racing that we have going on here over on AGT ACC. This is our Porsche Sprint Cup Series, and this is the second night of these events. Let's just have a quick look. If you are new, let's have a quick look at our track map for this evening. So 5.7, we're at Monza, the Temple speed, 5.7 kilometers, 11 corners, a 1.1 kilometer front straight, which we saw in that last race. Gives you absolutely mega tow down the front straight. It's absolutely awesome. We've had one qualifying session and one 20-minute race. We've got 2 more quali sessions and 2 more races to come tonight. So plenty of action left to come. You can have a look at our track map on the right-hand side there. So that's what's in store. We've just had one race, and if that is what one race is like, I cannot wait to see what it's like for races 2 and 3. So there's your order for the end of that race. So Simon Bishop, Cameron Fleming, Tyler Lanzell round out the podium. Matt Simmons in 4th. That was a great race between himself and Tyler. Mark Sinclair in 5th. Liam Tame in 6th. Grant Scarr 7th. James Dalton 8th. George Cax in 9th. Andrew Griffin in 10th. Sal Levick in 11th. Aidan Rogers, in 12th. And then Matt Donetti did not finish that race. Neither did Macon Bacon or Cameron Neem. So that is the end of race 1. We have 2 more races ahead, as I mentioned. Just going to read some chat going on here. So Nick Carter in the chat. Welcome, Nick Carter. And yes, that was a brilliant effort from Tyler. Some very close racing between those two. A little bit of side-to-side contact going into turn 1 on the final lap, but we'll let it slide. It was very entertaining, and we were glad to be a part of it and be tuning in for that. So that was really good to watch. So we'll have a little bit of a cool-down period here before we go again for the second qualifying session. Give drivers a chance to have a quick break. Stretch the legs if they need to. There's some very intense racing going on, so it's always good to stretch the legs if you can. Here we go. All right, so we're straight into it, and everyone's straight out of the lane to go for qualifying. Who are we going to get on board with? Let's have a look. Who we got here? Matt Simmons. This guy, what can we say about this guy? This is absolutely brilliant. So we've got a bit going on in the, I'm just reading the chat. We've got a bit going on. Oh, there's a little bit going on here. A few mic games. Everyone trying to fight for track position into turn 1. We knew this would get messy, but oh man. Let's just talk about Matt Simmons. Now, I've been given bits of information. Mr. Viper's Ed Liam Tame, he was nice enough to give me just a little bits of trivia about a fair few of our alien drivers that have been in this series, and I'm hoping throughout the GT3 season we've got coming up, we're going to be able to talk to a fair few drivers and have chat sort of post-race, pre-race, whatever, like, catch up. It'd be nice to do that. But I'm just going to read. So Matt Simmons, I'm just going to read a few accolades for this guy, because he's done a fair bit. So 2015 GT Academy International Champion, which is insane. And then in 2016, he got in the Ginetta GT4 Super Cup, he got a podium at Silverstone. He did the 2016-17 Blanc Plain GT Endurance Cup Championship with Nissan GT Academy and Team RJM. He's the 2018 SBS Speed Week E-Series champion. He did a round of the Australian TCR Championship in 2019 at the Ben Motorsport Park with a best result of 12th. I believe it was 12th, 15th and 13th. He came in a very competitive field that included the reigning Supercars champion Will Brown. So that's pretty awesome to say that you got to be a part of that field. He's the 2019 Manufacturer Series Tokyo World Tour champion. The 2024 AusNZ Enduro Season Champion. So that's AusNZ are ACC Endurance Racing League. So he was partnered with, I believe, I'm just looking here, he was partnered with Simon. So Simon Bishop and Jono, who's another driver that races for these guys that has not made an appearance here in AGT, but will in Season 1, I can assure you. And he's a multi-time winner of the Race on Oz GT Division 1 championship, and that's over on GT7. So this guy has some very impressive accolades. He's also getting his hands on the Adrenaline GT7 side of things, so expecting to see him pretty quick over there as well. But that's just some of the things that this guy can do behind the wheel of both a real race car and a virtual race car. Not much get past him. Very wide there on exit was Matt Simmons at the exit of Lesmo 1. This is Lesmo 2. He's using a lot of that runoff, and you see a lot of the pro guys do that. You can see Liam Tame doing the same thing behind. These guys maximising the runoff to ensure that they can be as wide as possible to give themselves the best opportunity at a good lap time. You still see a couple cars still in the lane, so 21 still in the lane, 43 still in the lane. Yellow flag showing for car 43. Hopefully he'll get going. It shouldn't affect people too much in qualifying. It should be alright. But this is really good. See what this looks like. Nothing really exciting, eh? There we go, that'll do. And then as soon as I change, it comes back again. Which is annoying, but what can you do? Let's have a look down our field. So Tyler Lanzell as well on a lap at the moment. You see Matt Simmons, what's he going to do for a lap time? He does a 1:50.7. Cameron Fleming's going to be the next one across the line to do a 1:51.0. Tyler Lanzell not quite at the point of coming across the line yet. But we'll see what he can do. So this is a guy who came third in the last race. So he currently 6th, but no one's really he hasn't done a lap yet. So that's not indicative of where his actual pace is at the moment. He's going to cross the line. Matt Simmons still sits fastest at the moment. Where is he going to pop up? Let's see. So Simon Bishop crosses the line and goes... He stays 14, so must have had an inval lap. Tyler does a 1:52.1. We've got just over 2 minutes left in this qualifying session. So Liam Tame currently 5th with a 1:51.5. Levick 7th, 52.8. Neem is qualifying this session. There's a car off just behind me, I can hear it. I'm going back to the lane, so that was... I can't see which one number that was, but there was a car that went off and has just gone back to the lane. So Neem at the moment pushing just reading, catching up on the Discord. Here we go, just seeing what's going on. Few people talking about rubbing. Few people rubbing panels, which is really good. So Cameron Neem, I missed out on the first race tonight, but he had a really good night the other night out at Brands Hatch. He did really well. Unlucky to miss out on the last race. Some contact with Simon Bishop took both those guys out of the race, which was unfortunate. But he's currently 4th fastest. He's going to improve this time around. He's going to get into the 150s, hopefully. It looks like he will. He's getting into the 150s. What's it going to be? It's probably going to be a 150.9. Yes, it is a 150.942. That leaves him 4th fastest. You get one more crack at this circuit. Grant Scar, 153.1 is the fastest he can manage at the moment. Matt Donetti is improving his lap time already. Found 2/10 just in the first couple sectors. We'll stay with him for this lap to see what he can do. See how much time he can find from 6th place at the moment. He's got some brilliant one-lap pace in these cars, does Matt Donetti. He just got unlucky in that first race. White flag showing at the moment. He's just bordering on. He was just bordering on 4/10 up. He's about 3/10 up now. You can see the live split in the top left-hand corner. That shows you where the drivers are in terms of how far up they are on their previous best lap time. So he's sitting about 350 or about 3.5 tenths, I should say, of a second up on his previous best time at the moment, which won't be enough to jump him up at this stage, I would say. Tyler Lanzell sits 8th at the moment. Hopefully he can improve his time. Just trying to look who might get a chance to go again. There's not many cars actually on track at the moment that are looking to improve again. Matt Simmons is continuing on. He's pushing on. Where is he? Simon Bishop is pushing on. Matt Simmons is 3.5 tenths up, so he's going to improve his time to do a 150, an even faster 150. He's going to do a 150.3. Matt Donetti, what can he do? He's going to try and get into the 151s. I don't know if he's going to, 150, sorry, I don't know if he's going to quite get there. He's going to stay 6th with a 151.1, almost dead. Where is Tyler Lanzell? What can he do? Trying to find where he is. Here he is. He's 6/10 up, so he's found a fair bit of time. He currently sits 8th. He's 8th fast at the moment. He's trying to find a little bit more time as we come towards the line. He's got a good run through here. He's just adding to his time ever so slightly. He's going to find about 6/10 here to get him into the 151s. It's going to be about a 151.4, and that gets him up one spot into 7th. So a very competitive qualifying, and people starting to find their groove now on the circuit. Takacs is going to come across the line. There he is. He's not going to improve. He's going to stay with he's going to stay 12th. So a few cars didn't set a lap time there, but Simon Bishop has the pole. I missed that. Sorry, that was completely my bad. I missed that Simon Bishop is on pole. He has out-qualified Matt Simmons by 2.2 tenths with a 150.1. That is absolutely, that's a stonking lap. That is mega fast. Matt Simmons will qualify, start 2nd in this race. Liam Tame 3rd. Cameron Fleming is about 6 tenths off in 4th. Cameron Neem in 5th. Matt Donetti 6th. Tyler Lanzell 7th. Mark Sinclair in 8th. Sale Levick 9th. Grant Scar 10th. Aidan Rogers 11th. And then George Takacs 12th. And then James Dalton, Andrew Griffin, and Macon Bacon did not set a lap time. And obviously IMA broadcast. Okay, alright. I'm just going to do a little bit of volume adjustment. Very quiet. Really hard to hear. I'm going to turn myself right up on this, and then hopefully that's alright. But I found it was peaking on the thing, and it didn't sound too good. So we're at 1 minute and 20 seconds away from hitting the go here. Apologies. I'm just checking the volume. I'm not trying to be quiet on purpose. I'm just checking how it sounds so I can make slight volume adjustments if I need to. But I'm going to be pretty loud, so we're going to be all right. We're going to be okay. That I can promise you. And if you need to turn me up a little bit, you can turn me up a little bit. I'll turn the volume down slightly. I've got a message from the ever... I don't know if the...
20 seconds.
Alright, we're 20 seconds away from the start of this race. Let's get on board with... Who are we going to go on board with? Matt Simmons. So the same front row we had last time, actually, funnily enough. So Simon Bishop, Matt Simmons, and then Liam Tame, Cameron Fleming on the second row. So, glad the volume sounds good. Thank you very much, Xylon. We are getting set to go here for race 2. Here we go. We're only doing short formation laps for the Porsche series. Usually, typically, for the GT3 series, we'll do a full formation lap. We'll get a whole period. But for the Porsche series, we're just doing a short formation lap, which, given these tyres don't get tyre blankets and they start stone cold, can come back to bite you. But you can see these guys here desperately trying to get some heat in them. But here we go. What's going to happen this time as we approach turn 1? How is this race start going to go? I can see people are tuning in to see what's going to happen, because this is going to be really exciting. There we have the green. We are away for race 2 here at Monza for the Porsche Sprint Series, and Simon Bishop got a great start. Matt Simmons, a better start than he got last time. Doesn't fall as far back this time, but as we approach turn 1, what is going to happen here? Cameron Fleming right in behind, Liam Tame right up the inside of Matt Simmons. And I think everyone's going to get through cleanly this time. Matt Zanetti got out wide and on the grass last time and took a few cars with him, but I think everyone's made it through cleanly this time. Cameron Fleming still holding it out on the outside of Liam Tame as we go through the Curva Grande down towards the... I don't know what all these corner names are. I'm still learning, but nicely through the turn 4 and 5 chicane, I would like to believe. Still learning the numbers as well. I will get there. Into Lesmo 1 now. They go. Simon Bishop leads the way from Matt Simmons. Cameron Fleming in third. And then Liam Tame, Matt Donetti right in behind. Then Tyler Lanzell has Tyler Neem for company. Tyler Lanzell up one. Not Tyler, Cameron Neem, sorry. Tyler Lanzell up one spot at the start of this race. So he's up into 6th. So that's a great start for him to gain a place off the start. Cameron Fleming being pushed along by Liam Tame here in the early stages of this race. Everyone seems to still be going so far, so it's a great start for all 15 cars, or 14 I believe it is. All 14 cars I count as the 15th. And Simon Bishop already pulling away from Matt Simmons behind, so looking to make inroads early here. And this is what we saw at Brands Hatch. He sort of just bolted in the first and the second race. Struggled as he didn't qualify in the third race. But I don't think he'll make that mistake again tonight. Fleming goes wide. Tame takes the narrower line that's going to put him side by side for the front straight. 1.1 kilometres to run all the way down to turn 1. Liam Tame whips into behind Fleming to get the toe, and then he's going to pull back out to go up the inside into turn 1. Is he going to brake late enough? No, he's not. That's way too late for Cameron Fleming. He's massively outbroken himself. He's going to go straight on. I would say he does go straight on, but he's going to have to concede that spot to Liam Tame, I would think, for going straight. There was no actual rule set for that in the driver's briefing, but he does concede the spot, and that's great sportsmanship there from Cameron Fleming to let that go. And Matt Donetti now will be looking up the back of Fleming to try and make a move for that 4th place. Very loose from Liam Tame there into the dirt. Bit of spray coming off the back of the car, but keeps it together. That's how we saw the lead of the race go away from Cameron Fleming in the previous race. He got wide on the exit of the chicane and handed the position to Simon Bishop before they got to Lesmo 1. And Liam Tame almost made the same mistake, handing back the last podium place to Cameron Fleming. But these guys racing really hard so far. That's a car around in the background trying to figure out who that is. And I think it's Grant Scar. I think Grant Scar has been turned. Just trying to find him. Where is he? Where is he? There he is. He has been turned. That is unfortunate for Grant Scar. He will get rolling again. get moving. And hopefully he can fire back. I'm not sure who that was he made contact with. Maybe someone watching saw that and knows who that was that made contact with Grant Scar. That is unfortunate. Cameron Fleming back to this battle now. That's very wide from Liam Tame. You saw the power slide that car had through the Parabolica. And he's managed to hold on. But he will hold on. Look, Cameron Fleming's right there with him, but not close enough, and he doesn't outbrake himself this time. Pulls the car up for turns 1 and 2 very nicely. Matt Donetti still holding on. Tyler Lansell doing a great job to hold off Cameron Neame. This is absolutely brilliant from these guys, and that's into the lane for Grant Scar. I can just see that in the background, so possibly to get some damage repaired or just to park in the pits. Not entirely sure. Xander, you have missed a fair bit. There's a fair bit that's been going on. There's been a lot of action so far tonight. It's been great to watch. These Porsche Cup cars always providing good action. You can see the dust flying everywhere at the edge of that corner as they all just run wide, trying to use as much curb as they can to... Oh, here we go. Loose for Liam Tame. Manages to hold on, though. These cars are absolutely... I would like to call them the loosest units around because they really are. They just slide all over the place. And we saw it in the first race as well with Andrew Griffin. He got a bit loose through Ascari and used too much curb and then lost the car. And these guys use, as much. You see the sausage curbs on the inside are just absolutely detrimental to these cars when they have no track control. You see how wide Donetti's gone there. And then Lansell just holding on from Cameron Neame at the moment. To see what it is that I've been sent by Nathan Henderson. Into the group chat. I'll have to watch that a little bit later. For now, we keep going. Lansell and Neame going side by side down the front straight. Neame's going to have a look up the inside here as they go. He's gone very deep into the corner, but he does pull the car up, and that's a brilliant job to get that car stopped. Brilliant racing between these two, and he will continue on. Grant Scar is a lap down in between these packs, so he will have to let Mark Sinclair, who is behind, go when he gets close enough to do so. Mate, you got to get back on the AGT. This is the Assetto Corsa Competizione, so if you have a PS5, get on over here. Otherwise, get back in AGT because it's 100% worth it. There's a lot going on, and Neame gets a bad exit out of the chicane, and that means that Tyler Lansell is going to have a look to the outside, but Neame just has that ideal line through the through Lesmo 1, that was, and just managed to hold off over Tyler for now. But these guys, I feel like this is going to go on all race. And we're only about 7 minutes into this race at the moment, so this is going well for these guys so far. And the person it's going really well for is what's his name? Sorry, I'm having a mental blank. My brain is shutting down. It's going well for Simon Bishop, who's pulling away. Liam Tame is not letting Matt Simmons get away too much. 1.6 seconds is the gap between second and third at the moment. And 1.1 seconds is the gap between Fleming and Tame at the moment. Matt Donetti not too far behind Cameron Fleming at the moment either. So these guys not letting each other get too far away at in the early stages of this race. They don't want to let anyone drop back too much. Tyler Lansell holding on to the back of Cameron Neame at the moment. He's got a pop filter on his microphone, but I don't have one. So we're just going to have to deal for today. I apologise for all the little pops, but mate, 100% get into Assetto Corsa. It's good fun. All experience levels are welcome, mate. You should get in these Porsches. These are fun. 100% just jump over and jump in and have a rip. These things absolutely go. There's no experience level required. Some of these guys absolutely fly, but you know, I'm sure you'll be up to their pace in no time. It's a lot of fun. There's just, these things don't have traction control, which makes it even more challenging. But once the tyres get up to temperature, Thailand's will drop right off the back of Cameron Neem here. Once the tyres get up to temperature, they're pretty good. But Cameron Neem, Thailand's made a little mistake, has dropped right off the back. Takak's going really slowly at the moment. And then that's Griffin down in 12th. Grant Scar, 14th at the moment, just running on his own. Very frustrating for him. He was up to 3rd earlier, and that ran away, and now he's down to 14th in this one, unfortunately. But still one more race to come after this. Matt Donetti not letting Cameron Fleming too far out of his sights at the moment. And this is the closest battle we have on track at the moment. I think they're just sort of trying to get themselves into a rhythm, build a bit of pace, have a bit of time, and then it's going to hopefully come to a head at the end of this race, which is going to be really good. We got some really good action at the end of the last race, which was excellent. And I'm hoping we get something similar this time. Looks like he's going to break the 150s this time around for his race lap. And he does, a 150.9 for Matt Donetti. Brilliant job. And he's absolutely flying out there at the moment. The fastest lap of the race, I believe, belongs to Simon Bishop. It does with a 149.8. Are you kidding me? That is blindingly quick. Keep in mind, as these races go on, we are getting more and more into the optimal track conditions here at Monza. But that is still absolutely insane. 149.8 as the fastest lap of the race. Matt Simmons behind only managed a 150.3, did a 150.4 on the previous lap. Liam Tame getting very unsettled on the bumps behind. I'm just going to try and get, we've got Cameron Fleming, that'll do. And that opened the door for Cameron Fleming. I saw that from Liam Tame. He did well to save it. He just took a little bit too much inside curb off that second phase of the chicane, which meant that he went wide on the exit and got in the grass and just little bumpy. But he's holding on for now, but it's meant that Cameron Fleming is now, all that hard work that Tame did to pull away from Fleming is now come undone, and he's right in behind him. As we get the crucial stages of this race, we're now over halfway through this race. And a nice exit off Ascari for Tame has given him a little bit of breathing room down here, but the slipstream is going to work to Fleming's advantage. You can see a little bit of gain on the bottom left-hand side. But I don't think he's going to be close enough this time around to make any sort of impactful move coming down into turn 1. This is going to be super close between these two, though. I think now Fleming's just seen that door open back up for him. Very deep onto the brakes is Cameron Fleming. Almost goes up the back of Liam Tame, just manages to keep out of it, and has done a great job to hold off making contact with the back of Liam Tame there. Great job, but that means that he's now lost a little bit of time to Liam Tame. And I'm just getting word from one of my, I want to say, co-commentators. He's basically my Mark Larkham at the moment, just providing me with some crucial tech information. Josh Green, he's just said that he's been watching the throttle trace that of Simon Bishop, and he said it's so much smoother compared to a lot of other drivers in the field. There's a lot of different driving styles out there, and he's 100% right. There's so many different ways to drive this car and extract pace from it. And some a little bit more rewarding than others, but there's many different ways to drive this car, and we're seeing that at the moment. It's Simon Bishop. It's evidence that he's driving it so well just by the lap times he's setting and how far he has pulled away from Matt Simmons in this race. So he's done a great job to be driving it as well as he has. We can see as well, closing up behind, so this gap is quite close at the moment, 0.3 seconds, and just under a second at the moment is the gap between Donetti and Neem as well. So that's starting to close up as well, the battle for the 5th place, for that top 5 spot. But this battle for the podium is starting to heat up now. Can he get a good exit off of Parabolica? Cameron Fleming, he's going to follow Liam Tame to get in that slipstream and run down the front straight as close as he can to Liam Tame, and then pull out to make the move at the last second. Here we go, down the front straight. I don't think he's going to be close enough coming into the braking zone at turns 1 and 2. very deep onto the brakes, avoids contact. Yes, he does. That's excellent work from these guys. They are racing so close at the moment, and so is Danetti and Neem. That's very close at the moment as well. These guys, both these guys, battling away, and I'm getting deja vu to the race for first, second, and then third and fourth in the previous race. But this time it's for third and fourth and fifth and sixth. This is, with 6 minutes to go, getting really close for comfort for Tame and Danetti. They're going to be seeing their cars, the rear of their cars. Oh, very loose from Danetti. Is he going to give this away? Come on, where is he? To Neem, not quite. That was very loose from Danetti. I thought that for a moment that was just going to be the position handed to Danetti, but it looks like it might have worked in his favour a little bit, which is good. At least I know I don't have to go as far to get to Danetti's point of view next time. But this is getting aggressive from Cameron Fleming. He's having a look right on the back of Liam Tame here as we come into Ascari. Can't quite make a stick. He's going to have to get a nice run through here to keep with him as we go through Ascari down towards Parabolica. Apologies for the noise there. I just had to shuffle myself. I was starting to get some pain in my leg from sitting in a really awkward position, so I apologise for the noise. But we're still rolling here with these guys. This battle is still raging on. And we've got 5 minutes to go, and I feel like this could hopefully go on for a while. I hope it goes on for a while. It's really enthralling to watch. Matt Danetti and Cameron Neem, they're not as close this time, so it's not going to be probably a move down the front straight like we saw last time. Keep a close eye on it, though. But it's about half a second. This is 1.1 second at the moment. This is really close between these two. Not close enough for Fleming to make a move. Oh, that's a lot of curb usage from Neem. You can see the car was just jumping all over the place coming to turn one. That'll hurt him on the exit out towards, I believe this is Curva Grande. Correct me if I'm wrong, though. I believe that's Curva Grande. And then down towards turns 4 and 5. This is where it's crucial to get it right if you're the car following. Because if you get this wrong, you're going to lose a lot of time coming through Lesmo 1 and 2 and onto the back straight towards the sky. Looks up the inside is Cameron Fleming. That's very aggressive. Up the inside of Lesmo 1. He's going to have the inside line into Lesmo 2. Is he going to make a stick? Yes, he is. Great awareness from Liam Tame to just let him go there. Because he knows now he has the opportunity to come back as they head down towards Ascari. These guys are going to be side by side. Where is Liam Tame? There he is. Is he going to go for the move? No, he isn't. He's going to hold on. Is Cameron Fleming for now. Absolutely brilliant. Wow, so much curb usage. And this is still going. This is absolutely brilliant stuff from these guys. That was a very ballsy move from Cameron Fleming, but you love to see it. Absolutely brilliant. So good to watch. And Simon Bishop, you get the sense he's just cruising now. He's done a 50.7, so you get the sense he's just cruising with a few minutes to go. Matt Simmons has done a slightly faster lap than Simon Bishop, but it's not going to be enough. Cameron Fleming now is the one that will have to defend from Liam Tame as they go to turn 1. Liam Tame tries to make the move to make him defend up the inside, but doesn't fall for it, does Cameron Fleming. He sticks with it, and he holds on. He's done well to not fall for that dummy up the inside and cover him off, and held his line through turn 1, which has benefited him on the exit down through Curva Grande and the run down towards the turn 4-5 chicane. Now he has to get a good run here. It's important to come off here well to set yourself up through Lesmo 1 and 2. He did that last time, and that's what made him make the move. Massive slide for Cameron Fleming, and he's gone off. Absolutely huge slide coming into the braking zone of turn 4. That set him over the curb at turn 5. And that means that Liam Tame hands the position back. This is going to open it up to Matt Danetti to have a look up the inside of Cameron Fleming into the Lesmo 2. He's not close enough though. But here is Matt Danetti on board. And you can see he's just behind Cameron Fleming and just in front of Cameron Neem. So he's in a Cameron sandwich at the moment. That's a little bit loose through there. That's going to give Neem the better run through there, I would think. Very wide from Matt Zanetti. They're using all of the track limits here that they can. Absolutely abusing track limits to the core. And Cameron Fleming just starting to get away a little bit now. So you'd think this is, as we start the final lap, that is it for Matt Zanetti moving forward. But will he fall back on Cameron Neame? That is the question that we are asking ourselves. As we get further into this race, this is the last lap of the race. This is the last chance that they're going to get to make a move into turn one. Cameron Neame not close enough this time around to make the move stick. Is he going to be close enough next time around? Let's find out as they race away through turn one. Matt Zanetti's got just enough gap. If he can get a good run through here, he should be right through down towards Ascari. But he's got to get a good run off here. He's got to make this count. This is what we saw Cameron Fleming do last time. Just got crossed up right there on the apex turn 4. Ran over the turn 5 curb. There's a car that sprayed a little bit of dust, but I don't think that's anything crucial, and it doesn't appear to be. So, Matt Zanetti, he's done the job well so far. He's got about 6 tenths to Cameron Fleming, 7 tenths to Cameron Neame behind. I think this is pretty safe for Matt Zanetti unless he makes a massive mistake here now. And I don't think he's going to be close enough to Cameron Fleming to make something happen, but he's going to try. But this is great stuff from all these guys to produce some of the best racing that we have seen all night. We saw some great racing in the first race. We've seen some great racing in this second race. All the curb usage really wide there from Matt Zanetti. Oh my God. That was massive. Cameron Fleming has closed right up to the back of Liam Tame now. Simon Bishop is going to come across the line to win this race, but we're not taking our eyes off this because he has a look, does Cameron Neame. Is he going to make it work up the inside? Matt Zanetti has the wide line here. Who is going to get it across the line? This is going to be a drag race. Who's going to get it? Who's going to hold on? I think it's going to be Matt Zanetti, is it? No, it's Cameron Neame. And he's fed him into the wall after they crossed the line. But Cameron Neame just pips him on the line. That was absolutely mega. I'm going to save a replay of that. Stand by, everyone. I do apologise, but I need to save that replay so I can go back and get a screenshot of that later. Because that was absolutely insane, that finish. Oh my God, that was incredible. Those guys, what a finish. And just a little nudge at the end to finish it off. But brilliant drive from those blokes. Absolutely mega. Great job. That was that final drag to the line. Yeah, it was entertaining, that's for sure. It was after the line though, that contact. I have to go back and watch the replay, but it appeared to me that heavy contact was after they crossed the line, which is the most important bit because you don't want to affect the outcome of the race too much. So let's have a look at this because you can see the gap between them is 0.008 seconds, which is absolutely incredible. I'm just going to get a photo of that because oh my word, that is really close. So Simon Bishop wins that race from Matt Simmons, Liam Tame, Cameron Fleming, Cameron Neame, Matt Zanetti, Tyler Lanzell in 7th. Great job from him. Mark Sinclair in 8th. Another great result for him inside the top 10. Sale Levick 10th. Aidan Rogers 9th. James Dalton 11th. No, Aidan Rogers 10th, sorry. James Dalton 11th. Andrew Griffin 12th. George Cax 13th. And then Grant Scarr in 14th for this one. So that is the end of race 2. We've got ALJ. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it. We've got one more race to go after this one. Scary. Grant Scar says, did no one else bin it in that one? But no, unfortunately no one else did bin it in that one. we go. So we're going for qualifying. I'm going to take a quick break to have a drink of water. I'll be right back. Apologies, everybody. I had to have a quick just rest my throat for a minute after that second race because holy, we are back. And we have some cars on fast laps with 4.5 minutes remaining in qualifying now. So let's have a look where everyone plays up as we get into this one. So Simon Bishop starting his fast lap now as well. I believe Matt Simmons may be the one leading the way on this charge for qualifying here. Checking in with a couple people to make sure that they're all good. But here we go, Matt Simmons. What is he going to do for his bank? It says 6 minutes and 17 seconds. That's absolutely not the case, but we will see that change when he crosses the line. So we'll see what happens when he comes across the line to set his lap time. So current championship leader coming into this weekend, if Simon Bishop manages to take all 3 races, that position may be threatened. But then again, Simon Bishop didn't finish the last race at Brands Hatch, so it may work in Matt Simmons' favour. But it's certainly going to make for a very close championship, which it already is. Mate, I couldn't tell you. So that's a 150.9 for Matt Simmons. But Zolan, I couldn't tell you what performance enhancing substance he's using. But I don't know if I'd really want to know either. Personally, I wouldn't want to know if he's, he's doping, but I'm sure if you send him a message, he'll be happy to let you know. But Cameron Neame currently the fastest on the track, and only just by 0.01 of a second. 1,000th of a second separates first or second and third now. As I believe your performance enhancing race car driver, where is he? Simon Bishop, done a 150.2, so he's gone about 7 tenths faster than anyone else, and he's already almost 2 tenths up on his time. So let's see what he can do on this second flying lap. He's lost a little bit of time coming through towards Curva Grande and down towards the second chicane. There's yellow flags ahead. That was for OGR Toolshed, or Andrew Griffin, as he's known in this game. A lot of curb usage, a little bit of bump on the car to unsettle the curbs. Let's go on board. Where is he? Let's have a look. I don't want that. I want this one. Look at this wheel work. It's not entirely accurate to what you would see on his wheel, but you get a feel for just how much he's turning into these corners. Very frugal use of the curbs on the exit there of Lesmo 2. Down towards the Ascari. He's about a 10th up on his best time at the moment. We'll have to see what he can do when he crosses the line. So he's got a few guys ahead of him that are going to try and improve if they can. Don't know what Matt Simmons and Cameron Fleming can do, but Matt Simmons has improved. So Matt Simmons has gone to the top. We'll have a look with what that was in a second, but we're just keeping a close eye on the fact that Simon Bishop is going to improve his lap time by almost 3/10. Here we go. What's it going to be? Is it going to be fast enough for pole? Yes, it is. A 150.0 provisional pole at this stage. Evening, LJ, mate. Great to have you in here with us. This is Matt Simmons, who's currently in second. So this bloke, seriously fast, trying to find a way to improve his lap time. Cameron Fleming still sits fourth in this one. Cameron Neem has gone third. So he's going to have to, Matt Simmons is going to have to find about a 2/10, I reckon, to get ahead of Simon Bishop, but Simon Bishop may also find some more time, so we're going to have to see if he can. Let's just have a look. Simon Bishop, there he is. Simon Bishop is almost 3/10 up so far on this lap, so he's found 3/10. So there's going to be a bit of work for Matt Simmons to do if he wants to get pole in this race. Otherwise, I think he's going to have to settle for second. That is the end of qualifying. Checkered flag is out. Checkered flag is out. What's he going to do? Is he going to improve? He's only 0.1. I don't think it's going to be enough to even jump Bishop even temporarily here. It's not going to be. It's going to be a 50.095 for Simmons. But Bishop is going to improve. When he gets to the line, we'll see. But it looks like he's going to improve possibly. Maybe just. Will he crack the 49s? I think he will if he can hold this. Maybe not. He's got a bad exit. He's lost all of his time. So he's not going to improve. But it was still a great effort in qualifying. I need to use the loop, so I'm going to quickly run and do that. And hopefully be back before the race starts. I made it. The race has not started. Perfect. Apologies, everybody. Oh. Glad I made it. Sorry for the silence. Desperately had to use the bathroom, but we're good. We are good now.
30 seconds.
30 seconds. For the last race of the night. Alright. Where are we? Here he is, Matt Simmons. So the same front two rows as the previous race, just in a slightly different order. So Simon Bishop and Matt Simmons, front row, that's set. Cameron Fleming and Liam Tame have switched around. They're on the opposite side this time to each other. Matt Simmons, what is he doing? He's all the way back there. He's got to move up. He didn't start with everyone else. He fell back. Obviously missed the start of that race, but the start of the start sequence. But here we go. Final race of the evening comes down to this. Who will take this one out? Will Simon Bishop be victorious again? We're at the 70km/h hold as we get ready to go green. We are green for the final race of the evening here at Monza for the AGT Porsche Sprint Series. Matt Simmons is going to lead them away. He's got a much better run than he has the last couple times. He's still side by side with Bishop. Bishop's being pushed by Fleming as they come down towards turn one. Hopefully they can get through clean here. Simmons is slightly ahead of Bishop, and I think he's going to make that ahead of Bishop. He is. Liam Tame's going to have a look. There's cars going off in the background there. Not quite sure who that is. I think it's Danetti. I believe that is, yes, it's Danetti and Scar possibly. But Matt Simmons leads the way from Simon Bishop, from Liam Tame, from Cameron Fleming, from Cameron Neem, and then from, not sure who that is, behind Cameron Neem, Tyler Lenzel. Oh, Fleming's gone straight. Fleming has gone straight on. Where is he going to rejoin? There he is. Is he going to... I think he's going to slot him behind Lanzel, and he does. So that's great job from Cameron Fleming to avoid... well, to have a safe rejoin there, because these guys are still really just all going at it in this front battle pack. Matt Simmons and Simon Bishop leading the way. Not too far behind is Liam Tame. This is all kicking off early. You can see little gaps starting to form over various parts of the pack. But it's getting intense. Here for the last race of season, 51 is in the lane. I believe that is Matt Danetti. And I think that might be night done for Matt Danetti. A bit of a frustrating end to the previous race. Didn't qualify in this race. He started from the back, and I think that's just night done for him. He's got the yellow flag glitch again, so if we can get word to Matt maybe to go back to the pit lane properly so that we get rid of that yellow flag. Oh, here we go. Having a look with Simon Bishop as they come on the front straight, but the yellow flag's going to come out and it's going to negate any gain that he might have made because he's not able to make a move until he's clear of that yellow flag, which means they have to be passed, and now there's the green. So he's passed Matt Danetti. Now we can size up a move coming down towards turn 1 and 2. Oh, late break. Simon, sorry, covers him off. Matt Simmons. Great racing, yeah. Well, that's what happens when you get two former World Tour drivers and put them on a track together. They're going to put each other under pressure, which is excellent. Simon Bishop is lightning quick in these cars, and he has been. And Matt Simmons knows that. He knows that this is key to the championship right here, is holding off Simon Bishop. Even if he's able to do it this race, just making it hard for him and showing that he's not afraid to fight. Because this is going to go on. You can see Lanzel and Fleming are getting ready to go out in the background as well, but not taking our eye off this battle for now. This battle for the lead is getting close. We've got first and second, third and fourth, and fifth and sixth, all within about 3/10 of each other at this point, like as the car ahead at this point. So 3 little battle packs really close together at the moment. Just going to see if we can reach out to Nettie and clear that yellow flag. This is really close between these two. It's still close between all of these guys at the moment. Here we go. Look at that gap. Look at that gap. And look at that gap. So I can switch back to Fleming if I need to have a look at this and this battle that's going on here. But Matt Simmons currently leading the way. Just over 16 minutes to go in this race, so we're just under 4 minutes through. Tyler Matt Zanetti has left, I believe, which is a shame. He was running really well. Just a frustrating night for him. But we're looking forward to seeing him back for the next round because he's done an absolutely brilliant job. Fleming has a look to the outside here of Lanzell onto the grass. And I've seen this happen before. And he's going to have to go straight on, which means he's going to have to give that spot back to Lanzell. Lanzell was getting the squeeze on there with Fleming. And he'll slot in behind. Matt Simmons still making this... He didn't have to leave, Matt. Matt, you could have stayed. We were happy to have you in the lobby. We just wanted to get the yellow flag out of the way. But I know you're now watching, Matt, and you know, sorry that you had a bit of a tough night. You had a great second race. You're running really well. I did send you a message, but you know, hear it from the commentary. It's you did a great job. You're running really well, and just unlucky in that contact at the end there. But unfortunately, the stewards are on holidays for pre-season, so the boys are doing a little bit of self-stewarding. Oh no, I have been disconnected from the server. Hopefully that's not an issue for everybody, and hopefully just an issue for me. I'm going to keep my fingers crossed that's just an issue for me. And everyone hasn't just been kicked out. So that's going to be... They're still going. They're still in there. Let's get back and find out what's happening, because I'm really curious to find out what's happening. Yes, you're going to see the password. Do I care? No. If you want to come and watch and spectate, you can. What's the worst that can happen with your spectating? Alright, cool. We're on board. Matt Simmons has started to pull away from Simon Bishop, which is really good. Cameron Fleming, however, has closed right back up to Tyler Lanzell. We haven't missed too much, which is great, because we're going to get to see this move happen yet again. Is he going to be able to get it right this time? He got on the grass in the braking zone last time. Tyler Lanzell squeezes him right out wide. There's a little bit of side-to-side contact. These guys are getting very feisty. Side by side into the chicane. Cameron Fleming makes it work. A little bit of front-to-rear contact between the two of them. But he's made it stick, has Cameron Fleming, and that is a great job. Great racing between these two. Brilliant stuff. And that puts Cameron Fleming up into the top 5 places now, and he can try and start to set after Cameron Neem. But I don't think it's done yet. I don't think Lanzell's had the last word yet. Has a little bit of a look into turns 4 and 5, but thinks better of it, backs out. That's just compromised his run through there a little bit, which means he hasn't had the best exit, and he'll lose a little bit of time to Fleming there, Will Lanzell. But this is still going on at the front. There's a little bit of a gap starting to form now, but Bishop's not letting him get away. This is still going strong up the front here between Simmons and Bishop, and it's quite close at the moment actually between, if I can get there, Tame and Neem. This is really close between these two, so this is for third spot. This is for the second, the last spot on the podium. And I think Neem just got a bit of a unlucky run through there, which means he's dropped right off. He took too much curb through Ascari in the second phase of Ascari, and he's dropped right off. So that's unfortunate. Tyler Lanzell losing a little bit of time now to Cameron Fleming. He's still running really well in 6th place. It's been a great night for Tyler. It was a very difficult night for him on Friday night at Brands Hatch, as it was for a couple of these guys getting used to these cars, but he's done brilliant to come back and have some really good results tonight, and we love to see it. Helps build their confidence coming into the GT3 season. Very deep for Simon Bishop, who has gone over the curbs. Well over the curbs. That'll be some under-tray damage to this car, I would expect. I'm assuming that the damage model is good enough for that, but that means that Liam Tame now is closing right up to the back of Simon Bishop and is going to open himself up to maybe make a move to put a car between himself and Cameron Neem, who is also very hard charging at the moment. don't think he's going to be close enough. No, I think Simon Bishop will hold on for now. This is just holding him off. But these guys are incredibly quick. And if this is giving us any sort of precursor for the GT3 Championship, I'm really looking forward to watching these guys battle it out every single race. It's going to be excellent to see all these guys at the front. We've got guys, we've got Simmons, Bishop, Tame, Neem, Fleming, Lanzell, Levick, Sinclair. It's really good to see all these guys pushing really hard with each other to you know, maybe not get the best out of each other. I think they want to try and push each other into mistakes, you know, but they're doing a really good job to get up there, which is great. Sort of lost my words a little bit there. I'm throat starting to dry and trying to look at a couple of different things at the same time is making me hard. James Dalton, let's talk about Jimmy D. He's doing a really good job at the moment to be in 9th place. This is, as I mentioned earlier, this is his first night in these cars for this series. Missed out on Friday night, and he's having a great run at the moment with a couple top 10 results in there as well. So Grant Scarr currently in 10th place as well on the comeback from the last race, which was a bit frustrating for him. But we're dropping viewers now as I've done that. So thank you to everybody who has been watching. Really appreciate it. Had a fair few people in here across the evening. It's been great to see everyone getting in. And we're halfway into the race, so we've got 10 minutes to go. 10 minutes of action left here tonight. And these front guys aren't really separating at the moment. They're still quite close. And Neem and Fleming have closed up. So Fleming's caught up to the back of Neem. Probably on account of a couple little mistakes from Neem. But Fleming has caught up. So he's right on the back now of the number 9. I think it's purple. I don't know. I'm colourblind, but you have to tell me if I'm wrong. But I think it's a purple Porsche. He's right on the back of the number 9. And Cameron Fleming's going to have a look to try and make this stick and maybe potentially get past and set himself up to go after Liam Tame for the back half of the podium. So we'll have to see what happens here and how easy this is for Cameron Fleming. But look how close he is already. That was a much better run off Ascari than what... Where is Cameron Fleming? Let's try and find him. Hang on. Where is he? Come on. I want the onboard. I want it. I'm committed to getting it. There we are. Here we are. I'm committed to the bit. Committed to the shot. Here we go. On board. Down the front straight. Just have a listen to this Porsche roar. Goes for the move up the inside into turn 1. Round the outside, I should say, actually. Doesn't quite have the depth to get it, but he doesn't get on the grass, which is what he did earlier, battling against Lanzell. So, I think it's just good when Fleming doesn't get on the grass and go straight on, because he's done that twice tonight. So, he's done well to hold on here, and he's not too far off the back of him. He's just got to get a good run through this section. This is what I've been saying all night. It's important to get a good run through here to hold on and get a nice exit through Lesmo 2 down towards Ascari, because you can get a bit of a slipstream down there. You can make yourself a move into Ascari, and he's done just that. He's set himself up well. He just needs to keep that going through here. Follow closely behind Neem as they come through Lesmo 1 into Lesmo 2 now, and get the run down towards Ascari. Can he make a stick this time around? Hasn't quite done it. Hasn't quite been close enough at the moment to close up to the back of him. He's right there now, so let's have another look on board. You can see how close he is to the back of him this time around to try and make it stick down the front straight. I don't think he's as close this time, but he's still going to have the slipstream to work to his advantage. not going to be close enough this time around. He's not going to make it stick. Oh, very close to the back of Cameron Neame. Did well not to make contact there, Cameron Fleming. Good job. Apologies. Just trying to get a bit of information from our resident Mark Larkin. I'm Mark Larkin, but our resident track reporter, Josh Green. Where is he? Let's have a look what's going on. There's Liam Tame. So he started to pull away from this group in front. Not by a heat, though. Cameron Neame's actually gained on him a little bit. As I say, they pulled away. He's gained a little bit, has Cameron Neame on the back of Liam Tame. So he's kind of being dragged into this, which I don't think he really wants to be. And Cameron Neame's just, he's got Cameron Fleming a half second behind him. He's got Liam Tame just under a second in front of him. He just wants to get some air and not have to worry too much about the car breathing behind him. So I think if he can make himself a problem for Liam Tame, that'll sort of put the pressure on Liam and then open him up to a little bit more, should I say, or a little bit less pressure, I should say, if he's got to more worry about the car in front than the car behind. But Liam Tame did a really fast lap, previous lap. Deep on the brakes these guys are at the moment. So we've just got under 5 minutes left now in this race. Tyler Lanzell not too far off the back of these guys either. Matt Simmons. Where is Matt Simmons? Let's check in with our resident Matt Simmons. 0.6 of a second is still the gap between Simmons and Bishop. So Bishop hasn't let him get away. And with 4.5 minutes to go, it's still fairly close between these guys. Let's have a look at this battle for a little bit, because there's still the battle going on behind, which is starting to close up as well, but I can switch back to that at any given point, and you can see how close this is at the moment. Look how close this is actually. Cameron Fleming and Cameron Neame through Lesmo 1. Very aggressive use of the curbs, these guys. You can see the difference between themselves and Tyler Lanzell, who's not as wide on those curbs. These guys, very aggressive use of the curbs. I don't know if his exit there, Fleming, was as good as Neame's. Don't know if he got as good an exit as the number 9 did, but it's still fairly good. He's within 3 tenths. If he can get a nice run through here, he might be able to set himself up down towards Parabolica and onto the front straight. But he's got to get a good run through here. Very aggressive use of the curbs. Unsettled the car a little bit, and that has bit him in the bum. And he's about 4 tenths. He's dropped about 5 tenths back now. So that's not working to Cameron Fleming's favour at the moment. But Matt Simmons has now got 3 tenths back to Simon Bishop, so he's being put under pressure for the lead of this race. And this is what Xylon was saying earlier. He wants to see this guy under pressure. And it's 2 World Tour drivers putting each other under pressure towards the end of this race. So, if you are watching, stick around. If you know someone that was watching is no longer watching, get them back here, because this is about to get real spicy between these two. You can see how close they are off the exit of turn 2 as we run down towards the Curva Grande. We've got just over 2 minutes of racing, so there'll be one more lap after this one, I would suggest, once we cross the line. So there's this lap and one more. So he's got to set himself up here somewhere, Simon Bishop, for the move on Matt Simmons. Where is he going to do it, though? What's the best place to do it? Probably not through here. I would say your best bets are the latter half of the lap or into turn 1. So either Ascari, Parabolica, or set yourself up to go into turn 1. But you're only going to get one more shot at turn 1. You've got 2 more shots at Ascari and 2 more shots at Parabolica. So the question now becomes, does he have a go on this lap, or does he bide his time? It's 0.1 of a second at the moment between these guys. It's so close. There is nothing in it with just under 2 minutes to go. He's pushing him along, is Simon Bishop. He's pushing him. This is so close. Where is Simon Bishop? Where is he? Come on, give me to him. There we go. Where is he? On board with Simon Bishop now. Look at how close he is. He's staring at the back of that number 8 Porsche. He wants to get past. to Parabolica for the second to last time. This will be the start of the final lap. He's going to have to make this count. This is the last time he gets to make this run down towards turn 1. What is he going to do here? Sorry, my voice is starting to go. But we're going to hold on for one more lap. Here we go. Matt Simmons covers the inside. He has a look to the outside. Does Simon Bishop down towards turn 1 into the braking zone. Matt Simmons really deep on the brakes. Can he get the car pulled up? He's run wide. Oh! He's off. He's half spun. He's had to let Simon Bishop go, and that's going to hand the lead to Simon Bishop. Matt Simmons under pressure, too deep into the corner. He was going to run wide enough to run over the curbs, and he's pulled the car up and given the position to Simon Bishop. Absolutely incredible. That is absolutely mega, because that is huge for the championship, and that is huge, well, yeah, for the championship for this race. So not only does that mean that Matt Simmons now is second in this race, but he's staring down a closer gap in this championship now as well. He had a comfortable lead coming into this round due to the unfortunate DNF of Simon Bishop in the previous race, the last race at Brands Hatch, I should say. But now this is going to be 3 from 3 for Simon Bishop. He is going to win all 3 races tonight, which is absolutely incredible. Super effort tonight from Simon Bishop. He did a brilliant job in the previous round to win the first 2 races. It sort of got away from him in the, well, so he won the first race. Sorry, he didn't win the first. So he won the first race. Matt Simmons won the last 2 races. Sort of got away from him in the second race. It definitely got away from him in that last race. But he's bounced back with a vengeance tonight, and he's going to make it 3 from 3 here at Monza. Simon Bishop comes through Parabolica for the final time. He's going to cross the line. He is going to win the final race here for round 2 at Monza for the Porsche Sprint Series. Matt Simmons comes home in second. Liam Tame's going to come home third. And Cameron Fleming has got Cameron Neame. We missed that. We were too enthralled in the battle that was going on for the lead of the race that we missed Cameron Fleming jumping Cameron Neame at the end there. Tyler Lanzell, 6th place. Take a bow. A brilliant job from all those guys tonight. Absolutely incredible. Just simply lovely, in the words of Max Verstappen. Really good job. Absolutely incredible. We're just getting word on what the final results will be now, so just stand by while we wait for those final results to come through. Oh wow, what a result, what a race, what a night. You can see some donuts happening. I can hear donuts happening. Let's see if we can find where these donuts are happening on the front straight. I believe they are Grant Scar. They are. He's gone into the wall. But yeah, that is a job well done. I'm going to save that replay as well. Hang on, replay. Save replay. It's only saving the old kind. Oh no, it's because I joined halfway through the race. That makes sense. There we go, the official results. So Simon Bishop comes home first, Matt Simmons second, Liam Tame third, Cameron Fleming fourth, Cameron Neame in fifth, Tyler Lanzell sixth, Sale Levick in seventh, Matt Sinclair eighth, Grant Scar ninth, James Dalton 10th, Andrew Griffin 11th, Aidan Rogers in 12th, George Cax 13th, and Matt Donetti DNF in that race, unfortunately. Stand by, because I think we're going to get a chat to a couple people. We're going to just put a couple people on standby. So just give me 1 minute while I get some people in, because we're going to have a chat with our race winner and our second place finisher. We're going to have a chat to Simon Bishop and Matt Simmons. So stand by. Okay, all right. I think we are good. So, we've just been through the race results, and now we have the privilege of chatting to two guys that went absolutely hammer and tong in that last race, and it was a absolutely thrilling to watch. We've got Matt Simmons and Simon Bishop in here. G'day, boys. Thanks for joining us.
You're welcome.
Yeah, nice to meet you, Isaac.
Just talk us through. We'll start with that last race, because I don't think there was a second between you throughout that entire race. And I saw someone comment early on that it was nice to see you, Matt, under a bit of pressure for once. Were you feeling the pressure throughout that race, or were you sort of just in your own little bubble until you sort of got to the end?
No, it's Simon. So there's always pressure. Whenever we race, we generally have a pretty good close battle. He had the pace on me tonight, so even though he made a mistake, which gave me a bit of breathing room, I knew that at the end of the race it was going to be on. So in that last lap, I just missed my mark into turn one. Thankfully, didn't wipe him out. And but yeah, he got a well-deserved victory and clean sweep for tonight. But yeah, had a lot of fun. We have some good races. We didn't kill each other, so it was good.
I think that's always a bonus, especially at Monza, when it's very sketchy, that turn one. You're starting on cold tyres. You don't get a full warm-up lap for this sprint series, so we're only going from sort of just at the entry of Parabolica there. So, I think everyone did really well to avoid any major incidents in turn one tonight. But from your perspective, Simon, we went to Brands Hatch. You won the first race in Brands Hatch, and then a bit of a unfortunate a mistake in the second race meant that you finished down the order, and then a clash with Cameron Neame in the third race sort of took you both out of it. Did you feel like you had a bit of a point to prove tonight, or was it just a bit of fun come out and just worked out that you won all three races?
Yeah, it was a bit of roles reversal, I think, based off last week, because Matt was faster last week, so I was pushing so hard to try and keep up, and then I crashed, and so yeah, it didn't go all that well. But this at Monza was just great. I really enjoy racing here. You can race so close to people, and that second last lap with Matt was great because we were just nose to tail the whole way around. It's great that you can trust that he's not going to brake too early somewhere and he's not going to cause an accident. But in terms of the pace, I don't know where it came from because I didn't really practice too much, and I just put the setup that you put in the Discord on, and away I went. But yeah, it was just like every lap you just kind of learned a little bit, and then I learned a wee trick that got me through a scourie pretty quickly, and then once Matt got that, we were kind of on the same pace, and it was a good battle. It was a bit of a shame that he went over the curb, but I mean, I did the same thing in the race. It was pretty easy. If you miss your braking marker by like a metre, you're shot way off the road. So, but it's fun. It's fun. These cars are great. It's a shame more people don't race them because I think they're probably one of the best things in this game. But yeah, it's just you can have wheel-to-wheel battles, and I don't know, with no traction control and stuff, you can have a bit of fun.
Yeah, absolutely, and it does look like a lot of fun. We've done a few races on these cars now, both in this series and in a little bit of a pre-season we did a couple months ago before our mini series, and yeah, there's so much, you get so loose in them, and it's so good that you can race side by side but also just have a little bit of fun. I got to ask, we've had Brands Hatch, where you were saying Matt was sort of faster, and then sort of you found the pace here at Monza tonight. We go to Paul Ricard next Friday for round 3. Have you got a bit of an idea on who's usually faster there, or do we think we'll have to wait till we get to Paul Ricard before we get the form guide?
Well, man, I think Simon can probably correct me, but I don't think we've actually driven there like in a Porsche Cup car at Paul Ricard. So based on GT3s, we're pretty similar. So yeah, should be another crack of fun at there, and then the finale at Silverstone, I think. I won't spoil it, but I think Simon and I tried to go through Cop side by side last time we were there in Porsche Cup cars and almost killed each other. Just having some fun. So yeah, that should be fun next Sunday as well.
Yeah, I reckon me and Matt have only raced as teammates at Paul Ricard, so I don't know, it could go either way. He's raced in real life, so he has a bit of an advantage. But you raced at Silverstone as well, Matt?
Yeah, done it there too. That doesn't matter. You're just up there as well. That's good fun. And
yeah, they'll both be good tracks for this car, and
that's
it'll be a bit of fun. And you can, like you said, Isaac, you can give it a bit of throttle and hang it out sideways on the corner X, and you don't spin off like you do in the GT3 cars. So it's a bit of fun. It's just, yeah. Hopefully, the problem with these cars is that you make the smallest mistake, you go flying off. So, I mean, hopefully we don't do that. But otherwise, looking forward to it.
No,
it's really good.
It'll be good. I'm really looking forward to it as well. Now, we did just touch on both your driving records at Silverstone. A little birdie tells me, Matt, that you've actually got a Ginetta GT4 podium at Silverstone. So I feel like that may give you a slight upper hand having podium experience at Silverstone. So I'm really excited to see what happens. Obviously, as you said, you've never driven the Cup cars at Paul Ricard before, so that'll be really good to watch on Friday night. But I'm also really excited to see what happens when we get to Silverstone next Sunday. So thank you boys both so much for jumping in and having a quick chat. Really appreciate your time and your efforts on the track. It's been an absolute pleasure to watch his work. I've also been watching from afar for a long time, and it's great to have you in here and a part of this series. And we've got these Porsche Cup races, and then we're in a few weeks' time we're going to jump into season 1 of the GT3s, which, if as I was saying earlier tonight, if the action we've seen in these Porsche Cup races is anything to go by, then the GT3 season is going to be one to watch for sure.
You're welcome, mate. We'll see you on Friday.
Yeah, look forward to it.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, boys. All right. Well, that'll do it for this evening. We were going to try and have a chat to Tyler, but I haven't heard back from him, so we will just have to leave it there, unfortunately. Unless he's in the chat, so maybe you might want to have a quick chat. But I haven't. Yeah, I didn't hear from him. So give me 1 second. We'll try and get him in here. Stand by. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna try and get Tyler in here. Get Tyler in for a quick chat. Tyler, there we are. Got you in here. Welcome, mate. Well done tonight. We'll start with the bit of the tough question, I guess. You had a difficult round on Friday night. Obviously, trying to adjust to these cars. They are very different, I find, in terms of how they drive from its GT3 counterpart. Obviously, no traction control, but you bounced back tonight in a massive way. You had some really awesome battles with some of those really fast guys. And sort of give me your thoughts on how you feel and sort of after, that race, and how you feeling after what I would describe as a really, really good performance and an awesome comeback from Friday.
Yeah, look, just these cars really took me by surprise racing them, because the thing with these Cup cars, they're basically they're like the bridge between the race car and the production car, if I'm not mistaken. And the thing in this game, it really catches you out, like with the car's lack of grip, especially under braking, and even just driving it out of the pits without its traction control. But once you get used to, you pretty much have to change your driving style driving these things. And so a lot of adjustments. You really got to be it's the one thing this car teaches you how to do is precise driving.
Yeah, they're very good at teaching you this is what Greeny was talking about earlier, just the throttle control that you need to sort of, get into, the just getting the car off the corner really well. And I think that's something that's taken a bit of adjustment for a few people, but it's starting to sort of come through now, which is great.
Yeah, so... Yeah, look, I'm not. Look, this is just a massive step up compared to the mini series. Especially with guys like big names like Bishop and Simmons. And that's probably the first time I've ever shared the track with those two guys. And but an honourable mention, Viper's another quick dude. And yeah, look, I was absolute sweating when I had Matt Simmons behind me. I was like, right, it's go time, and I had to pull off my defensive moves and in race 1 it happened. Disappointed about the next 2 races. I had to really adjust the car as the track went optimum, and the car got a bit understeer, so I had to play a bit of the settings there. And yeah, I got a bit faster, but those guys up top really showed their class today. And all in all, I feel I'm starting to get more confident racing against those guys, and they didn't. It's a good experience for me. It's something, it's not comfortable, but it's a necessary lesson for me in my racecraft, especially going into season 2025.
Yeah, 100%. And I think all this is what I've been saying earlier. All this for everyone, this driving in the Porsche Cup car and getting used to, driving with no traction control and working on that throttle control. It's going to really pay dividends coming into the GT3 season. I do want to ask you though, so we have a bit of a break now. We had Brands Hatch on Friday night. We had Monza tonight. We got a little bit of a break. We get to Paul Ricard next Friday, and then the finale at Silverstone next Sunday. How are you feeling about those 2 rounds? Obviously, you get a little bit more time now to prepare for Paul Ricard next Friday. Are you feeling more confident? Your pace is sort of improving in these cars as the days go by. Do you think it's going to be even better coming into, or are you just sort of stifling expectations a little bit, and you just sort of we'll see where we are on the day sort of thing?
Oh, look, these next 2 rounds, one is a track I've pretty much going to be learning a track from scratch with Paul Ricard. So there's going to be a bit of a challenge there. It's, in Silverstone, that's a very twisty power circuit as well. These are going to be my next 2 character building races, going into starting the new year. And because this is, I said to myself, look, if you want to learn how to drive the Porsche GT3 car, this is a great starting point. And I think it's just going to build up from there. And now with that result from race 1, I'm much more confident after, from compared to Friday night, and look, it's just when you're exposed to a lot of faster dudes, it doesn't matter what regardless of what game it is, it just flicks the switch in your mind. I got to get quicker. How can I get quicker? Yeah. Instead of whining and moaning, oh, I'm not going to be on the pace. Oh, I've had doubts how can I get there? How can I get quicker? How can I get that 1% better? Yeah, 100%. I'm going to be doing so. Going to be doing analyze my own driving and analyzing the driving of those top guys, and it's all about getting that 1% better. That's the essence of Kaizen. So
and we love to hear it, mate. We love to hear that you're going well. Obviously, you're one of the staple guys throughout the mini series, and we've really enjoyed sort of watching you come up. And it was great to see you do really well tonight. I appreciate you taking the time to have a chat. Really obviously appreciate and value your time, and it's been great to have a chat, and good luck for the rest of the week, and have a happy new year, mate.
Thanks, Isaac, and have a happy new year to you as well. Have a good night, mate. Thank you very much. Thanks for the race. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Well, that will do it for this evening. Thank you all so much for tuning in. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for sticking around for those interviews as well. We do like to do a couple interviews, catch up with a couple drivers after the race, and it's just really nice to get a couple different perspectives from a few different drivers. So it's been really good. Thank you so much for your time. Hopefully you enjoyed this evening's action. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe, because we're going to go live maybe not next Friday. I'm away next Friday, so it may not happen next Friday. If it does, we will let you know. We are looking at alternatives, but we'll let you know if we're going to stream next Friday. But definitely the finale next Sunday at Silverstone will be live streamed, so keep an eye out for that, because that is going to happen. It's going to be absolutely electric. If the last 2 rounds is anything to go by, next Sunday, it's going to be absolutely electric, and I can't wait. On behalf of everyone at AGT, thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you next time. I've been Isaac, and goodbye.